Hey everybody, it's Greg LaBeouf, and I want to welcome you to another episode of Awaken, the Protector Within. And today I want to talk about something that should be so easy, but often isn't, and that's called balance.
So the big question was this: what do good people do when a society's laws and institutions fail to keep them safe from aggression and violence? How do you get through a growing number of angry, hateful, aggressive people and still remain physically, mentally, and emotionally strong and positive? That was the question, and this podcast will give you the answer. My name is Greg LaBeouf, and welcome to Awaken the Protector Within.
Talking about balance today, and I am in the middle of getting ready for a massive presentation. We're heading to Toronto. Today is Wednesday. We fly out Friday morning. We have a presentation there Saturday morning, and I've been really prepping this hard for the last month. And I think the reason it's been such a big project is just because I wanted to put together something. We're speaking to an industry, we're speaking to pharmacists of Canada that are going through the opiate crisis, and they're just finding themselves on the X, in a way that, their industry has never experienced before. Hopefully the wind's not messing with the audio here too much. I'm outside, and so again, it's just very important for me to want to help these people off the X, to help them understand and change the effects of aggression and violence, and help them to prepare mentally and emotionally. So listen, what this last month has been like in getting ready for this. A lot of people experience this. We get busy. And we get busy with everything that has to be done. We get busy with work. We get busy with family. We get busy with, just so many little details and all these things. And of course, the one thing I wanted to talk about when it comes to balance, for me, the thing that I have to focus on is balancing out my own personal health. And I think for a lot of people listening, it's the same thing. I mean, if we don't have our health, we don't have anything. And for me, it's my training, and it's working out. It's staying connected to what I do, and physically, and just moving my body, and whether it's weights or swimming, or of course, most important for me is my training. It's how I decompress. And one of the things that's really interesting, that I'm sure most of you have probably experienced this as well, is that the busier I get, the more stress that I feel in my life, the more anxiety and pressure, the more that side of it grows, which is, it's all part of life, but it's the negative side. It's that stress, it's the anxiety, it's the pressure, it's the frustration, it's the scarcity mindset, not feeling like you have enough time, not feeling like you have all, it's not enough time with family, not enough time with work. It's all the demands being pulled in 100 different directions. The funniest thing is that is the moments that we lose our balance. And we don't just lose our balance in a way that we're so busy that certain things take precedent. We lose our balance in a deeper way. We start saying no. The first thing that tends to go when we feel pressured, when we feel stressed, when we feel like scarcity mindset, the first thing that goes, we tend to sacrifice the thing that balances us the most, the thing that actually feeds us. I know for a fact that over 25 years, as I get older, and as we grow the business, and as our family's grown, the stress, it all builds. And the number one thing that goes is you say, okay, well, I'll sacrifice training tomorrow. I'll get up earlier and I'll work instead of taking that time in the morning and getting to the gym or getting out to the training center and doing and feeding myself first. That's what ends up getting sacrificed, because I don't want to sacrifice time with the kids. I don't want to sacrifice time in the business, or I start feeling like I can't. But of course, guess what happens? The more that you start to sacrifice and say no to yourself, to the things that give you energy, the things that keep you healthy, the things that keep you focused and that de-stress you and all that type of stuff, the more you start saying no to that, the second you come out of balance there, of course, all of the stress and pressure and frustration and anxiety, all the things that are just, it's part of it. All of that stuff gets out of control. And so one of the things that I did at the beginning of this year, and I'm very good at this, I'm in the sense that, like, I try never to say no to training. But I noticed last year that the harder we pushed to try to serve more people, to help more people off the X, to change the effects of aggression and violence on them, the more I found myself saying no to myself, to my own training. And then I started to realize that, that's not serving, became aware of it at the end of last year, that it really starts taking the fun out of things. I love what I do, and I could feel it start to shift and drain the passion, and I could feel myself, I wasn't the best version of me, personally. I wasn't the best business owner. I also wasn't bringing and giving my family and my relationships the best of me. So this year I just made a conscious decision to do what I'm normally usually really good at, but was to stop saying no to myself and just constantly say yes. And no matter what, feed myself first, feed my energy first, do the things that kept me healthy, fit, focused. And of course, lo and behold, what happens? I have the same amount of time. We all have 24 hours in a day, but all of a sudden when I started feeding myself first and consciously saying yes to my own training, to keeping that side of my health and my mindset and my emotions balanced, guess what? All of a sudden, the pressure, the stress, the anxiety, all of a sudden all that stuff dissipates. I mean, it's still there, but it drops to normal levels, to manageable levels. And guess what? I found myself with more energy, more time in a day. I come out of the scarcity mindset, and all of a sudden I'm serving more people. So, I mean, and it's a lesson that I think we all need to continuously learn this lesson over the course of our lives. We have to have that reminder that pay yourself first. Do the things that keep you in balance. Do the things that keep you in health, that keep you physically, mentally, and emotionally healthy. Because when you're the best version of you, when you're the best business owner, when you're the best representative, when you're the best in your relationships, then everything else and everyone else around you is synergized by that. They're better for that. So, it's just a real quick podcast today, but I thought I'd jump on and share that just because, like I said, as we prepare to leave, today's no different. A million things to do to get finished. I'm taking a few minutes outside and just sitting in the sun, playing with my daughter here, and just enjoying. And, it just got me thinking about that. So I thought I'd jump on real quick and share that with you. So, balance in your life. Pay yourself first. All right, everybody, until next time, as always, stay safe, stay ready, and remember, off the X is just one step away.
Want to awaken your protector within? If so, then head to awakentheprotectorwithin.ca and get your free Off the X training today.